any second.
Good morning. Welcome to a very special edition of the Daily Whatever Show. I am Dana Dubois.
I'm Lawrence Winterman. I don't have a fancy hat. Wait, hang on.
That's my best friend.
That's my best friend.
That's perfect. Lawrence.
I can't wear headphones and the hat at the same time.
Oh my, it's jaunty. It just looks jaunty.
You know what?
Happy.
Why wouldn't I have a jaunty hat?
Well, but if you had a jaunty hat so close by, I had to go find
Yes.
my jaunty headpiece.
Oh, but you must have a jaunty hat. Well, I do.
Yes.
I do,
It's
actually. Thank you.
Lawrence, would you like to tell the folks at home why we're wearing jaunty hats?
It's our birthday. 1 year ago today, the heavens opened, and Dana and I decided that we would bless the world with our friendship for 1 hour every day of the week except
Oh.
Sunday. And then we got tired and decided to drop Saturday too. So, I should have done the math somewhere along the way. I don't know how many of these we've done. Like,
Well, 52 weeks, although we took a couple, so let's say 50 weeks and 5 days a week, that's
right,
250.
250. And then there were a couple Saturdays in there.
There were many
So
Saturdays in there. Yeah.
it's probably like 260, 270. So you're welcome, universe.
Go us. Oh, yeah. I actually meant to go back and find our first episode. I'll post it later today on my, as a note. But Lawrence, like, at the risk of patting us on the back a little too much, I'm proud of us, Lawrence. I,
I am proud too. It was kind of a lark when we decided to do this a year ago, but I we've actually not just had an extraordinary amount of fun. I've learned a million things along the way,
yeah.
and I don't know. I feel like we've managed to help build a little community here of nice, like-minded people who want to crush authoritarianism under the heel.
Right? There's no doubt in my mind that we have. I feel like, at least speaking for myself, I had no idea what a life changing decision that impulsive moment was, where we were like,
True.
we're going to launch a morning show and just see what happens. And we have met extraordinary people along the way. I marvel. I, like, literally every day, I'm marveling at who we've been bringing on the show as guests. I marvel at this amazing community of people who show up every day in our chat and know one another. And I feel like we have informed each other and we have comforted one another through a very tough year. And I feel like a better human for it, for knowing all of you. I'm going to get teary,
Oh
Lawrence.
my goodness. Yeah,
But truly, I'm so
what blows
grateful.
my mind?
What?
I can see on my screen right now that Senator John Tester is here wearing a jaunty hat.
Oh, oh my
If you had told
gosh.
me from a couple years ago, like MSNBC obsessed me, that
Yeah,
like my favorite Montana senator of all time was going to be on our show to wish us a happy birthday, that absolutely would have blown my mind. Yeah,
I know. I feel that's what I mean. I feel that way all the time where I'm like, oh, Julie Roginski, former Fox News
right.
Democrat Julie Roginski is coming on our show and has been on our show before. Like, this happens constantly, with the folks who we've gotten to meet. And today's show is a celebration of all of that. I wish we could have brought on everyone who's made an impact to us, but Lawrence will tell you I tried. I think he was finally
She did
like,
try.
quit inviting people, Dana. That's you've got. We have well, we had 18 folks scheduled. We do have two folks who are not going to make it. Sadly, Ellie Leonard, our first guest, is one of them. She had a family emergency late yesterday and
Right. We're
won't
all
be
sending
here.
prayers
We
to
are
Ellie and her kids. So,
sending lots
yes.
of love. And Frederick Pogue is also unable to make it today. He had a last minute scheduling snafu. So, Lawrence, I will tell you, as a longtime event and party planner, always you always buy too much wine, always have too much wine, always have too much food if it's an in-person event, and have a invite more people than you think you can hold, because there's always room for more friends.
Uh,
That's my motto.
yes. Well, I know from 47 years of friendship that you indeed live by that motto. I
Yes.
said this before. I'll say it again to the chat. Dana was like, "What should we do for our birthday?" And I said, "Nothing." How about nothing? We're both very busy. Let's do nothing.
And I was like, absolutely not. We celebrate milestones. I'm a Leo. Leos are very into our birthdays. And I should add, because before the show gets going, and I forget to mention it, we are also running a promotion for the site. We have a really deep discount running for annual memberships to the Daily Whatever Show.
70%.
Yes, it is hard for the creative community building sorts to be like, and now can we have money? Because it feels gauche. I don't know. It's hard to
Right.
say, but we do have to ask from time to time because we want this show to keep going on and on for years to come. So right now it is only $24 for a full year. That is for the lifetime of the subscription. The amount will never go up, and that's just $2 a month. My math skills are good enough for that. I'm pretty good at math. Don't tell people, Lawrence. But yeah, $24 for the year, and that ends. I think end of day today or end of day tomorrow. But this week it's done.
I see a little
So
dog behind you who's waiting for her gnarly gnaws or whatever they're called.
is this what you want? Happy birthday to Kira! A
Happy
full
birthday,
year
Kira.
of indulgence on these treats because
I,
we have to keep her quiet.
can we bring people on?
Yeah,
It makes me crazy having people in the green room. I just want to bring
we are
everybody on
absolutely
screen.
ready. We have our first guest joining us, and for those, actually, if you are curious who's joining when, if you go to the Daily Whatever Show, right on our homepage, front and center, that story has the schedule, and I will put it in the chat as well while you're bringing our first guests on.
Hello, hello, Maritza Giorgio and John Tester, Senator Tester. Hello.
How's it going? Happy birthday.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
Thank you. Hello, Grounded Podcast.
So
Oh my gosh.
are you guys cutting a piece of cake and putting, I mean, it's kind of like a first birthday. Are you?
We talked about trying to do the whole wedding thing where like I smashed a piece of cake into Dana's face, and
That's hard to do.
we agreed that was probably not the right thing to do.
You know,
Yeah,
we didn't have any
jaunty
cake.
hats.
We didn't have any cake for our first birthday, Senator, but look at you, the hat you brought today. My goodness.
Honestly.
Yeah, well, it's snowing. It's the 24th of April and it's snowing. For God's sakes, we had 70-degree weather in January and now it's snowing. So I decided to wear a hat that I'm going to wear outside because it's damn cold out there right now.
When is last frost in Montana usually?
Well, it's probably 1st of June, the last frost. I mean, we get snow on Memorial Day, but this is just insane. I mean, but don't worry about it. There's no climate change or irregularity or anything like that. That's
right.
all.
No.
Right. Yeah. Nothing strange going on.
Yeah. No, it's
No.
dry.
Yeah, no, everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, dry as hell here, but that's okay. It's just the way it is. It's that way every year, but it's the way it is. What the hell? But anyway, happy birthday! I mean, I'm, from Indiana and Seattle. You guys, you made it work. That's good.
We made it work, and we're having a hell of a fun time as we're doing it. So, that's a win in this modern day. That's a win.
Did you hear Lawrence, Senator, when he was talking about like how much he loves you? And I was thinking, well, he needs to spend more time. No, I'm gonna make it weird. Well, I think you should come out and visit us, Lawrence. I think you should come out to Montana and visit us.
Dana and I have seriously talked about that. We need a road trip. Ellie wants to go back to Montana and visit you guys, and we'll pop by. We've got people in Minneapolis and Wisconsin that we could see along the way.
Walter Ryan is in Eau Claire, which I now think it might be Utopia. We had him on with Emily Berge, who's running for office from Eau Claire, and we had them on together, and they were talking up the area, and I was like, maybe I want to retire to Eau Claire. It sounds like paradise. I've never traveled to the North Midwest, but everyone I've ever met from that area is wonderful. So I feel
could I sell you on Minnesota? Because that's where I'm from. Because Minnesota, and John Tester will tell you.
Montana. I mean, I would think y'all would be selling us on Montana, which
that's not. I don't think that's Upper Midwest. I think that's West. Montana's the Rocky Mountain West.
So here's the deal. Since I've driven the Indiana to Montana trip and I've driven the Montana to Seattle trip, Lawrence, you get the worst part of that deal. Dana,
I do.
Walk in the park driving to Montana for you, but Lawrence,
Right.
you better be up on sleep, and because it's a hike.
It's it's that highway hypnosis with corn and soybean fields, right? Like the entire way there.
Oh my
But
gosh. Well,
okay, my favorite, I'm just going to tell you my favorite part about North Dakota on that drive. There is a hotel called the Flicker Tail Inn. And from the
Ooh.
sign, they chose a font where the L and the I look very much like a U. And it brings me joy every time I see it because it looks like the Fucker Tail Inn.
Oh my God. That is, well, now I have to do that drive just so that I can take a picture in front of that sign.
Oh my gosh. We are getting a call from the chat. Second year programming, Lawrence and Dana take the Daily Whatever show on the road.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah, it's good. Well, if you come in the wintertime, we'll let you go snow skiing. You come in the summertime, Maurice will teach you how to fly fish. So it all works.
Right. And any other time of year, Senator, you're going to make us pick rocks on the farm, right?
Yeah, right. Exactly right.
I've got two able-bodied teens. You can put them to work. They love animals, so if they get to like pet a goat or something, they'll go pick rocks for you all day.
Teens, it's easy for teens to pick rock. It's really hard for people. No offense, but your guys' age to go pick rock because the back start hurting pretty hard. And so I'd rather see people in pain than people enjoy picking rock. It's kind of my nature.
This is why we need you back in the Senate.
There's a lot of pain
100%.
Hampshire, especially now.
Oh my
Have you ever had a colleague in the Senate like do manual work on the farm with you? I don't know the answer to this question.
No, I didn't. They're smarter than that. They might not be that smart, but they're smarter than that. At any rate, no, the only time I had this, and I'm throwing my chief of staff under the bus, my former chief of staff, but I put him on a piece of equipment to work a field that I was getting ready to seed, and I looked out and he was working a field that I already had seeded. So he got a lot of crap about that for years to come. But and he hasn't showed back up. I don't understand why.
Oh my gosh. City slickers, I tell you, I would do the same thing.
Well, I made a round with him and he said, "I got this. Don't worry about it, John. This is easy. I got it." And then I look up and he's in a different damn field working away. So, that's the way it works. It's good. Anyway, go ahead, Dana. This is your show, but I'll try to. Go ahead, Dana. What do you have to say?
No. And we're shooting the shit. This is kind of what I'm envisioning for today is it is like a party where people are kind of coming and going through. And obviously you two know each other really well, but sometimes the two guests we're pairing up don't know one another. So we're intentionally introducing people and it's either going to be brilliant or super awkward, and they meet. But so either way, it should make for good viewing. But my question is, you mentioned your first birthday. How long have you all been on Substack? When was your birthday?
Well, we were kind of late to the Substack party because we had just maybe a dozen subscribers for a very long time, and we were really pushing like podcasts. So the first anniversary of our podcast was in February, and we actually had for our anniversary show we had Rachel Maddow on, and so we did. We didn't have cake, but when you have Rachel Maddow, that's enough for me. I will go on, hunger strike to have Rachel Maddow on our show.
For real.
I just want to say, Rachel Maddow said something that people need to pay attention to. Not that she doesn't do this every night on MS Now, but she said, if you're for a constitutional republic, then I'm on your team. Anything other than that, don't worry about it. All the minor stuff, all the purity test shit that we go through, put it away. This is about our country, and she's absolutely correct. And we're going through purity checks all over this country right now, and it'll be to Trump's. He'll win because of that shit if it's possible for him to win because he's made a lot of screw ups. So we all talked about that. Yeah. But the truth is people need to wake up. Our country's under threat, big time threat, and. If you want to go for a purity test, that's fine. You're playing right into MAGA's hands.
Yeah. Senator, I know that it can sound like hyperbole, right? But we often say that this is literally the possible end of American democracy. And I don't know how to say that differently to make people take it more seriously. Have you I mean, I'm curious if you agree, and have you found language to kind of explain to people the seriousness of this moment?
Well, number one, the only language I use is usually language that's inappropriate. So
You can say anything, whatever the fuck you want
Yeah.
here, Senator. You're good.
As Cory Booker told me a week ago, we got to quit saying fuck. You know what I mean? So he's right. But the truth is that I think if people don't understand that we've got a president of the United States that's using our government to launder money, if people don't understand that we're fighting a war in Iran that isn't a war that we needed to fight to begin with, that he just decided to do it because Benjamin Netanyahu told him, you're a good guy, so join me. Yeah. If we don't understand that tariffs are killing small businesses and working families and family farm and rank agriculture in this country, if we don't understand that we're pushing away our incredible strength that we've had in this country with pushing away people like Canada and Mexico and our allies in Europe, and that's just a start. We could talk about this for the entire 2 hours of your birthday show. Right. Then I don't know what to tell people. But the truth is this guy came in saying he was going to reduce costs. He hasn't done it. He said he was going to keep us out of wars. He hasn't done it. He said he was going to make this America great again, and he has done just the opposite. Yeah. And quite frankly, if you look at what they did yesterday with Paramount having that dinner on whether Paramount and Skydance the merger was going to be approved, that is flat goddamn corruption. Yep. And if people want corruption in our government, then you signed up for the right dude. Okay. If you want to have a government that works for the people again, then this election is really important. So that's about all I got to say about that. As a regular Democrat, I say more than I need to, but that's where we're at.
No, we agree. Maritza, I'm curious. So the BBC had that big expose last week about how there's obviously insider trading going on inside the Trump administration. And, you're a journalist, you're an investigative journalist. I'm wondering, what did you think of that article? And could you tell us a little maybe about what goes into that kind of reporting and how you kind of vet and verify something like that?
Oh, I mean, it's so much work, and you really have to gain, not only the trust goes both ways, right? You have to gain trust. And so kudos to them for doing that. We're seeing more and more and more investigations come out, but my God, you don't really have to have an investigation because they're kind of just putting it out in plain sight now. And we're seeing it happen in plain sight. I mean, the people who screamed and screamed and screamed about Hunter Biden and Burisma don't really seem to care about the investment in drone companies. They're literally profiting off this war. And so I think that people are starting to wake up to this when they hear things on TV. One of my favorite guests and content creators is Sharon McMahon. Sharon Says So. And she did a whole deep dive yesterday on this couple from Texas named the Fergusons, Ma and Pa Ferguson, and how they were just so corrupt. Senator, do you know this story? You're smiling.
No, I don't, but Ma and Pa Ferguson sounds like something from Appalachia. Keep going.
Yes. So I mean, this was, in the early 1900s, and Ma Ferguson, her name wasn't Ma, but I'm forget Millie. Anyway, Miriam.
It was Maritza.
No, it wasn't Maritza. But she actually then became the second female governor in the country to continue the grift, to continue the corruption. And people were watching all of this happen as they had no money, as they couldn't afford things, using their money, the government's money, to throw lavish parties, have lavish homes. And people said, no, we're not going to do this anymore. And so I think as we continue to see this stuff happen, and we continue to see the headlines about the billions of dollars being earned while people literally just can't afford to put gas in their car or diesel in their truck on a farm, people are going to wake up to this because it's not sustainable. This is nuts. And I love the idea that everyone thinks that democracy is great and we want to continue to have what we've had for the last 250 years. But I think, for average people who are just trying to get through their life and give a good life to their families, they're so worried about how they're going to get through the day.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can vouch, from Fort Wayne, Indiana, like gas prices here are unlike anything normal in the time that I've been here that I've ever seen. And everyone's talking about it, like
Yeah. You should see
somebody
them out
smarter
here,
than me kind of
Lawrence.
pointed out gas prices are one of the greatest indicators because you literally see it every day as you're driving down the street. Every couple of
Yeah.
blocks, you see a reminder of what the gas price is. And then every couple of days, you need to pull in and actually fill up your car or your truck. So it's a brilliant reminder of this president took us to war of his own volition. Like, rarely is the president the cause of high gas prices. In this case, it's literally true. It's him. Senator, you
Right.
were going to say something.
And not just for us, but for everyone around the world. And but the president doesn't think closing the Strait of Hormuz is affecting us whatsoever, which shows you how disconnected from
Yeah.
reality
Mhm.
it is when you put a millionaire in the White House who has never worked a day with his hands, who's never had dirt under his fingernails.
Yeah.
This is a problem. And if people don't understand that this is what you get when you vote for somebody who's totally disconnected with reality, then it's too bad. You got a chance to change that. They've been changing it in the past elections, and hopefully Democrats come up with a message that people can say, "Yeah, I'm for that person," and we have a good election in November, and it makes a difference on the president's actions in the White House because I think
I
it
hope
could.
so.
I think it's
Yeah.
going to be a lot of work.
I,
It's built
I,
a lot of bad habits.
I know Dana's got some questions she wants to ask you all about Substack and your experiences here, but I'm curious, like, what would the two of you, if you were workshopping messages for the Democrats right now, what would the two of you, what would you come up with, do you think?
Don't look at me, look at Maritza. I spent 18 years there, and my recommendation is get a journalist who knows how to talk to people and get them to work for the caucus of the Democratic Senate and the Democratic House, and get on message and focus on the message that people care about, not all this other bullshit that might be important, but it's not as important as things like costs,
Yep.
price of gasoline, putting our young men and women at war and losing lives. But go ahead, Maritza, you tell them what needs to be said, because she's the eye candy, but in messaging, she's also,
She's
I
real
thought-
smart
wait.
too.
Hold on.
I thought I was the eye candy here.
I've always been told that John Tester was the eye candy. You've always said that, and that I'm the brains. So I guess we're switching roles today. No, I think that honestly, what drives me crazy, and I see this across all parties, Democrat, Republican, Independent, like there's so much maneuvering and strategy and don't say this, and I really just want to have real conversations. I want people to say what they think. I want people to be authentic, and not, you can't try to be authentic. You are or you aren't. So that for me is like critical. I just think that we need to have real conversations, and it can't be so much game playing, but also, I mean, we need to listen to what is hurting people. And frankly, I'm sorry, but if you don't actually like go home at night and care about the stories that you hear and the suffering that, oh, here we go. It's not
There's always
a
a
podcast.
landline call. There's always a landline call.
This is part.
It's Chuck Schumer.
I would pick this up.
It's Chuck Schumer. Is that what you just said?
All over.
Oh, he's going to mute it. Listen, this is part of the charm of the Grounded podcast. You never know when the landline's going to ring. And sometimes it really is a United States senator. That happened to us once live on the show. But I think that, there's just so, like, you need to care. If you don't care, if you're hearing these stories and it doesn't like stick with you for a day and you think like, what can I do about this? I just think you shouldn't be going into this, because I'm really sick of seeing politicians from all parties here say, oh yeah, I'm going to do this and this and this and this. And then, they don't, because they just don't have the bandwidth to care. And I just don't like that.
Yeah. I was listening to somebody recently talk about, kind of queer issues and trans, and they were like, you know what, talk to trans people and ask them what they care about. You know what they care about? They don't have healthcare, right? Like they lost their job because of AI, or and nobody's hiring. Like gas prices are too high, food costs too much.
Right.
It's a $150 trip to the grocery store every time. That's what trans people. That's what everybody cares about.
Right.
Absolutely.
And Lawrence, I'm going to do a thing here. because we have a big show. We do need to keep timekeeping.
Wait, hold on.
Lawrence is supposed to be in charge of this. But what I was thinking, because I do want to do this sort of mingle party style, do we have our next guest in the room, Lawrence?
Let me check.
Because maybe
John, was that?
Can we introduce you to our next guest before you all leave? Because I don't believe you've met Zolfina from Letters from a Feminist before.
Sure.
Before we go, I just want to say one thing. I just want to say one thing before we go. Maritza and I always like to sing happy birthday. So here it is, Maritza. You got to join in. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Oh, you went way too high. The Daily Whatever Show.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Senator, I'm going to travel back in time and tell my younger self that John Tester from Montana just saying happy birthday to a podcast.
Yeah, well, what
that
the
we
hell?
birthed. Lawrence, you would have never, I'm just trying to, because I knew that Lawrence, Lawrence and I've known each other since we were in the 4th grade. And I just can't even fathom what that Lawrence would do. You would not be able to process. First of all, you'd be like, what's a live and what's a podcast and what's a Substack?
I love
was
that.
assuming maybe like 2010, Lawrence, not like 1989.
Gotcha. But still, 1989, Lawrence, if it was just like a senator, it would have to be.
That's true. It's true.
Yes, because.
Well, folks, we are so grateful that you were able to join us today. And Dana, I'm sorry, I kind of dominated asking questions.
No, you were great. You are absolutely great. Is Letters from a Feminist in the green room yet? And if not, I see her in the chat.
Yes,
so
she is.
let's do a quick hello. Hi, Zolfina. Welcome. Meet Maritza and John from Grounded Podcast. You guys, this is Zolfina from Letters from a Feminist. If I were truly doing this cocktail party style, I would have a commonality, right? But I could just say, you both completely kick ass on Substack, and you should know one another. Yeah. So say hello.
Hi, Zolfina. Nice to meet you.
Zolfina is coming to us live from Dubai.
Oh my gosh.
Get the hell out of here. Really?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I have so many immediate questions. Go ahead.
Do you want, actually, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? We've already met twice, Zolfina and I. She's been on my Fine Feminist Hour show on Thursday. So Lawrence has never met Letters from a Feminist either. So hello and welcome to the show. Why don't you tell folks who you are, the folks here on the live, but also the folks out in the chat, who you are and what you're doing here on Substack.
Of course. So I would say my publication focuses on feminist journalism. I did just start around the end of February, and it has been going, this February has been going amazing. I'm almost at 9K, I think, for the subscribers. So it's been the sport is overwhelming, but mostly I just dissect the news through a feminist lens, and I just want to destigmatize feminism from the media and what we consume. So I will say I had no idea that we're gonna be doing a live continuous cocktail party.
Well, welcome. Did we lose?
Oh, we lost the senator. That's okay.
We lost the good
He's
senator.
I'm out. I don't know what happened.
I don't know either. But this is going to be the very hardest part of this episode, is being saying goodbye to everybody over and over.
I know.
Oh, I'm
so
totally going to make it to visit
happy to meet you. Zolfina, tell me, can I ask you a question? What is it like to have a Substack account called Letters from a Feminist in Dubai?
Well, to be honest, I don't really go around saying, hey, by the way, I have Substack and that's the name, but but I'm not based in Dubai. I mean, I have lived here for a very long time, but I actually come from Uzbekistan, so I think it's even worse because they have very conservative values. But I think I don't really tell people because that's why I don't put my name on the publication as well. I mean, I guess for my own safety, but also because I don't want everyone else to know.
Yeah.
It's a little hard to hear you, Zolfina. You seem a little bit far from your mic.
Is this better?
A little
maybe
better.
A little
the
bit,
closer you are, definitely better.
Okay, amazing.
Yeah, I just want to make sure everyone can hear you. And you're brand new to Substack, and you came to my attention because you write the most succinct but piercing notes. Like that is a channel that I think we're all trying to master because Substack emphasizes lives and notes so heavily. But you kind of came out of nowhere where I was like, who is this letters from a feminist who is
Yeah.
writing these like 100 word or less hot takes on feminist theory
Yeah.
that are getting everyone's attention, especially because
Right.
we've talked about this on the show of how we are like-minded, that the word feminist is almost being used as a pejorative now by the other side of the political aisle, and how important it is to hold on to that word.
Yeah.
What have your initial, actually, I'm going to let Maritza ask the question because you're a journalist and you're passing through. Zalfina and I talk all the time. Do you have another question you'd like to ask? If not, that's okay.
Well, I do think it's important. I mean, we have all these buzzwords, like you were saying, Dana, right? Like feminist is, a buzzword, like a beacon to say, oh, they're woke, they're leftist, whatever. And I love this idea of my best friend and I. We've had continuous long chats about this because there's someone in her life who is, talking, really trying to go more toward this like trad wife thing. And my best friend is always saying, well, the thing is that's part of feminism. Like feminism is being able to just have equal rights and equal opportunity to do whatever path you want. Like you can go into that path, you can do all these things. And so I do think there's such a misunderstanding about that term, and it's become such a bad word, and like it just shouldn't be. Like we should be celebrating equal opportunities and equal rights for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I mean, I think that kind of like sentiment, or the kind of like choice feminism I hear about, it's not something I subscribe to, because choice feminism, it is true, feminism does strive to have, all genders to have all the, equal rights and the ability to choose. But at the same time, we just have to stop and ask ourselves, like, not everything a woman does is a feminist action, because some women oppress, and they're defenders of the patriarchy. So you cannot, for example, if there used to be anti-suffragettes groups back in the early 20th century, and you wouldn't call them like feminist, like, because of course, yes, they do have a choice to go against their ability to vote, but at the same time, we have to like draw a line between. I just feel like the perception of feminism in general in the media is just so, like, as you said, like a buzzword, like woke and all of that.
You're making a really good point there, and I think I would plus one it and say people of any gender can be feminist, and sometimes women act in anti-feminist ways. Yeah, Lawrence is a raging feminist, and being a feminist is the simple belief that women are sentient, equal humans to everyone else, right? And if the work that you're doing, even if you are a woman, is doing harm to that, then you're not acting in alignment with feminist beliefs. And I think I hear both of you of like, it is okay if you are a woman and you want to stay home and bake bread and raise the babies and be financially supported by your partner. Like, if that works for you and for him, but he sees your humanity and recognizes it as a choice and isn't subjugating you, then you are full on feminist doing it. But if you are championing for, this is all women should be able to do because women belong in the home and the man should vote as head of household. Yeah. That's not doing us any favors.
I'm sure you'll agree with this. And I said this the other day I was on with Miles, Taylor, and Xander. And I said, a woman's place is in the House and the Senate. And they had never heard that before. But I was like, oh yeah, that's like on embroidered pillows. Like that's a great saying. I will say before I leave, I'm going to let you guys go, but I just read this book for my book club called The Lion Women of Tehran. And it was really a really important and incredible book of just, it's fiction, but historical fiction. And it's in this moment with what we're seeing happening with this war in Iran, with what the women in Iran have dealt with for generations. I think it's an important piece of information in this story, and also to really think about as women what we're fighting for. And sorry, not just women, as feminists, Lauren.
So the Lion Women of Tehran. I know.
Yeah.
I just grabbed the link and put it in the chat.
Oh, perfect.
That
The
is
book
like,
cover
I
is
think
beautiful.
the point that you made there is so important. I think, I don't know if you've heard of this sentiment, but I've heard a lot of people saying, especially when the war broke out, that you cannot bomb a country into liberation, and you cannot bomb Iran into liberating the women of Iran. And so my stance on that is you cannot justify feminism while, you can't justify imperialism with just, so-called feminist actions. So I feel like two things can be true at once. Iran is an oppressive regime to a woman's rights, but at the same time, I don't feel like America has any responsibility or right to attack them and put so many civilians, women, and their children at risk.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Maritza, we are so grateful to you for being here with us on our birthday. One
Happy
of the great
birthday.
joys of Substack is that we have gotten to know you and the senator, and it just feels like we're old friends. We're definitely taking a road trip to Montana.
I couldn't agree more. I love you guys. You're so much fun. It's just easy. It's just easy to have a conversation with you. And come to Montana. Like, we could plan a big event. Like, we could put people in seats and talk to people. It'd be great.
Right. Raise money.
Oh my God.
We could do a thing.
We could do a whole thing.
It's
I love
not
this
as if we
idea.
don't know a party planner. Right here, she's wearing a tiara.
Can you guys read the tiara, or is it too light color?
Yeah.
Yes, we can see
says
it. It's amazing.
Birthday babe? Is that what it says?
Birthday babe. Yeah. It
Oh,
belongs
I like
to my
that.
daughter. I forget which birthday. I think she got it for her 16th, my older daughter. But it's just been, so now we pass it around for birthdays.
Right.
because-
It's the crown jewels of the household. It sits on a little pillow, a little velvet pillow.
Yeah, that's
I
right. This
love
is
it.
what counts as crown jewels in the Dubois household in 2026. This is all we got. Yeah.
I love it.
Maritza,
All
where
right.
can
Well,
folks find you on Substack? Let everybody know where they can go subscribe.
so John Tester and I host the Grounded podcast Substack, and we do at least one show a week, generally live, and we have a lot of fun. We've had some just insane guests. Like you were talking at the beginning of the show, people that you've had, like, I'm on the same boat. I can't even believe the people that we get to talk to and have fun
Rachel
conversations
Maddow?
with. Yeah.
Heather
I mean,
Cox Richardson?
Yes, and so many sitting senators and representatives and former secretaries. I mean, it's just incredible. So we have a lot of fun, and I'm serious. You hop on, and John Tester's phone will either ring in the middle of the show, or he will be on a tractor, or we will have. I mean, like, there is always a surprise element, but that's just the charm of Grounded, is that you never know what's going to happen.
I love it. I love it. Maritza, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you guys. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're gonna loosely stick to the schedule because I'm like, whoop, but Frederick was supposed to be on with you, and I know you and Frederick have gone live before, so we were bringing folks together.
Yes, we went live previously before to touch upon the Online Rape Academy. I think last week we talked about it. But yeah, I mean, I really love what he does in his work and his message, just, involving men and just, normal average men just involved in feminist actions. And I really appreciate what he does. It's a shame he can make it today.
I know. And Frederick is truly part of our origin story. So we'll talk about him for a minute because he sadly couldn't make it. But when we very first joined Substack, Frederick was one of the first creators that just kind of showed up in my feed. And I was like, Lawrence, I really feel like you should meet this guy. He's kind of like the straight you with the big beard and the fight. And then you both recorded videos that were about the same, about Schumer and
right. It
in
was
action.
Like that first moment that Schumer capitulated, and it was just like, oh my God, fuck you, Democratic Party. Fuck
and
you,
we
Chuck
had
Schumer.
we had like 5 friends at that point on Substack. And I just reached out to Frederick and was like, I really think you should meet Lawrence. And I, connected him through his personal chat. like, to Frederick's audience. And like immediately he was pulling us onto his lives. He was coming on ours, and he truly helped grow us at the beginning. So he is part of our origin story, where I feel like you are so new on Substack, and you are part of our ongoing story. And I hope we're introducing you today to a broader audience as well, because you are growing very quickly with your notes, but I've seen you just starting to go on a bunch of lives.
Yes, I mean, I am thinking of launching my own show, The Feminist
Yeah.
Lens.
You should
But
do
I
it.
can't find, like just Feminist Lens. I think it'll just be covering the news like through a feminist perspective,
Yeah.
but on live. But honestly, like I'm kind of scared because you guys seem like the experts, and it's just like kind
Oh
of
my God.
intimidating.
No, honestly, Zolfina, like the lesson you should learn here is that if we can do it, you can do it.
Yes, and Zolfina's becoming like the almost honorary co-host on Fine Feminist Hour, because you've been on twice now, and there's a show coming up that I'm like, I should get Zolfina to join in here, because it's
Oh
always
my God, I would love
wonderful to have your perspective. That
Yeah.
show with Zuri last week, with Zuri
It was
Stevens,
like we were all on fire. It was amazing.
it was right after the Online Rape Academy story broke, which we
Yeah.
could talk about, but let's not bring down the party with that. I feel like I've been talking about it all week. We also
time to do another cocktail party thing. We're going to bring on our next guests, Zolfina, and you'll have a chance to say hi to them before you drop. So, Dana, do the introductions as I add our illustrious guests to the
We have two
screen.
wonderful guests who have also never met, I don't believe, Julie Roginski and the Opinionated Ogre, coming on together. Hi,
Hello.
Julie.
Hi, guys. Happy
Ogre.
birthday.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Love the
Please.
Dana.
Thank you. It's my daughter's. But I had to crack it out and be the birthday babe. This is a whole round of introductions. So, Julie, meet Opinionated Ogre, who Ogre, we're so confused. Can you hold up, Ogre? Because you have never been a person before. You have always been the ogre.
We've always only known Ogre as a puppet.
I was a puppet. And now I'm a real boy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow. So one of my very favorite memories of Substack was watching, first I was reading your content, Ogre. And then I saw you do a live as a sock puppet, and I almost died. And I was like, Lawrence, this guy's way bigger than we are. Because again, we had like 5 friends at that point. And I was like, but we have to at least ask. And you said yes. And you came on our podcast. And I was like, Lawrence, we need to make puppets. And I wish I could find mine right now.
Best. That was absolutely hilarious when you guys showed up as puppets. I was like, yay!
We didn't tell Ogre we were going to do it. We were just sort of like, hold on, we're still like getting our thing together. And then we each popped up as puppets of ourselves.
Yeah.
That was, God, it feels like that was years ago. It couldn't have been, because we've only been at it a year. And Julie, so, God, how would I even start to introduce you, Julie? Like, you're
another like Substack dream come true. This incredibly brilliant reporter and strategist decided she was okay being our friends.
Coming on our.
I don't know how that happened.
You guys are like the best of Substack. Are you kidding me? You guys are like family. I can't believe we've actually never met in real life. Because I feel like
honestly, it's totally true. I feel like we could like drop in, pop into New York City and hang out with you and Michelle for a day and have like the grandest time.
Anytime.
Now, both me and Julie wrote for the banter, although I don't think you've written for them since last year.
No. I haven't written for them since. Yeah, you're right. I think maybe December, maybe a little earlier. I can't remember, but I think.
Yeah, and I stopped writing to them for a year before that.
Right.
So we're both ex-banter people.
That's true. That's true. I don't even know where you're based. Where are you?
I'm in Arlington, Virginia.
Oh, okay.
We were joking earlier that he doesn't know which congressional district he's in.
Did I go quiet, or was that you guys?
Well,
because I can't hear anything.
Oh, you can't hear us? Ogre, we're here. We hear you. Of course, you can't hear me saying that, probably.
Yeah, no, I cannot hear anything. I cannot hear anything.
Do you want to drop it? Oh, you can't hear me say that.
I'm sorry.
Maybe.
Ogre, drop and come back. Hang up and then come back.
Here, I'll tell him in the chat. Let me
All right. Actually, I'm going to boot him and hopefully.
Okay. That sounds good. In the meantime, Julie, meet Zolfina. Zolfina is the lead of, not the lead of, has founded Letters from a Feminist. I don't know if you're following.
Ooh, I'm sorry. I'm having technical difficulties.
That's okay.
No worries.
Can you hear now?
All right. I'm going to do this.
Okay.
All right. Y'all talk. I'm going to text him.
Okay. Sounds perfect. So Julie meets Zolfina. Zolfina's new to Substack-ish since February, but really making a big impact with these.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
It is.
I mean,
I
I
just
love-
checked
I'm-
out your page, and you do like amazing work. I can't believe you didn't like. I think you might have popped up over the notes. You make. Oh my God, you guys go live really often. That's amazing.
No,
Wow.
we do. And you should go live too if you haven't done it yet. It's like, it's great.
Yes,
And you get to meet awesome people like Lawrence and Dana. So
that's true.
I reached out to
That's true.
Zolfina the very first time you went live. I happened to be there and I joined it, and I had been seeing your notes. She just, like, your mastery of note writing is like next level. And I joined and was like, hey, I've just launched a feminist day on my podcast. Will you come join? And so Zolfina's been on a couple times for Fine Feminist Hour, and hoping that will continue, because you are always such a welcome guest. She was on with Zuri Stevens last week, and it was right after the whole story broke about the online rape academy that CNN reported. And we just, it was the most like healing, intense conversation about it. So yes,
I don't know
fabulous
something
perspective.
about the online rape academy, but I'm glad you guys are talking about it, because it's just, we were all horrified about what happened in France, and then lo and behold, apparently it's happening everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah, they got a whole community, a brotherhood about
They
it.
got a worldwide brotherhood.
Isn't that nice for them?
Isn't that friends? Friends are great.
Yeah.
Zolfina, we are going to let you off the party hook. Where you've kind of met the before and the after. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you
This
for
is the hardest
having
part of the
me.
show. Is
I
being
know.
like-
Zolfina, it was so great to meet you, and we
You
will
too,
have you on
Laura.
again for sure.
Great to
Of
meet you,
course.
Zolfina.
All right.
Happy
Take
birthday,
care.
everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
So what's up, guys?
How's it going, Julie?
Howdy.
Hi. It's going great. It's what's going on this week? Everything's crazy.
Well, you moved, which is
I moved.
big news.
Yes, I did. I'm still trying to unpack from all the boxes, but then I got the hell out of there and went to Pennsylvania for the weekend because I needed to get out of the city. But yeah, I'm still in the process of unpacking, and it's crazy.
Wait, so where'd you end up moving to?
Across the hall from my old apartment.
Oh, wow.
It's the most New York move ever.
I am that lazy.
Oh my gosh. So for those who don't know, Julie and Michelle Kinney are founders of the Mayday Network. Actually, you could probably describe this even better than I can. I would just say it's like a news-focused siren call for women, but the rest of the world, to inform and sometimes entertain.
Yeah. So we're doing lots of politics, but we're also doing lots of culture. We have did you guys watch The Americans, the TV show The Americans?
I didn't, and I know Michelle is doing
it's
that.
on my list.
All right.
Of stuff I have to get to.
You guys need to watch it, and then you need to watch our rewatch podcast, which we're doing every week with a whole bunch of cool people. Do you know Jeff Jarvis? Jeff Jarvis is great. He's a former TV critic, started Entertainment Weekly. We're doing it with him. We're doing it with military experts, Lieutenant Colonel Jacqueline Urso. We're doing it with Olga Latman, who's a Russia expert, because the show's about KGB agents infiltrating the United States in the 80s. Nina Jankowicz, who used to be at DHS under the Biden administration. So we are having like this incredible time doing this rewatch podcast every week. And in addition to that, we're just doing a whole bunch of political stuff and daily dispatches and having you guys on. And then we have a Saturday show called Saturdays for Sanity, which Dana and Lawrence join every Saturday, which makes me so happy because we just talk about
so fun.
It is so fun.
Ogre, you should come join us for sure. But we just talk about crap. We don't talk. I mean, we talk about politics a little, but we just talk about life. And
you know, honestly, Ogre is one of the best smack talkers here on Substack.
What? Me? No,
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking
we're all
about.
about smack. I love smack.
When Ogre detects that there's, a misogynist or a racist or, a Jill Stein voting fake liberal, he just absolutely unleashes, and it is a spectacle to behold.
Are there fine fake liberals on Substack?
Oh, yeah.
Are they?
Oh, yeah. I call them the alt left, and I have much fun with them. They don't like me.
Well, yeah, good.
Right.
We don't like them.
There are a lot of people on Substack who kind of write with a lot of swear words and are angry all the time, but I don't think any of them get to the level of like wisdom and humor that you do, Ogre. That's one of my favorite things about reading your work is that I'm laughing and I feel vindicated because you're swearing up a storm, but also like you're learning. I always learn so much, and you have so much wisdom in your hot takes. So I am grateful every day when I come to Substack and hear your work, but especially when a couple times you have taken up the mantle on my behalf, including a couple of days ago. I had a couple of men pop off in response to some of the work about, with the Online Rape Academy CNN story that's been out this week, and you just took one of them and went to absolute town, breaking down why he was so problematic.
I needed that. I've been stressing lately, so I needed someone to vent on. And poor Samuel, he just walked into my targets at the wrong time. It was like, oh yeah, you poor bastard.
Hey, Ogre, I'm curious. I keep joking about it, but seriously, which congressional district are you in? Like, what does the old map say, and what is the new map gonna say?
Well, they haven't really done the new maps yet because it's still in limbo. They actually have to finalize it, so I don't know yet. Well, go ahead.
But they have kind of a draft map of what the new maps are supposed to look like, right?
Yeah, and they had signs all over Arlington. It's like, don't split Arlington, don't split Arlington. I was like, what the hell is that supposed to mean? And then I realized they'd split Arlington. And I was like, does it really make that big of a difference? It's like, someone's still going to represent you.
4 more seats.
Yeah, someone's going to represent you, and we still won. So
yeah,
fuck you, Trump. But yeah, it's
a whole Virginians.
Is that not the best example of FAFO you've ever seen? Like,
it absolutely is.
Oh yeah, no, this is definitely
Texas,
and it's definitely biting in the ass. And yet somehow the Washington Post still put out a fucking headline going, Virginia, it's a power grab. It's a power grab by Democrats. It's like, that's funny because you didn't say that when Texas did it. In Texas, it was just hardcore politics. It was like,
no, what the Washington Post said when Texas did it was literally, don't make a big deal about Texas redistricting. It's not that big a threat to democracy. And then with Virginia, it was literally the exact opposite of why Virginia is destroying democracy with revamped maps.
It was just like, man, could you be any more of a bootlicking fucking toady? They're just disgusting. I fucking hate them so much. I want to subscribe. I want to subscribe so I can cancel again. I mean, honestly.
I know. There have been so many egregious reasons to cancel, and I canceled when they declined to endorse Harris, as a lot of us did. But there's so many times when I'm like, I wish I could cancel again.
Wait, all right. So I have to admit, I canceled, and then I came back because they were doing some good work on something. I forgot what, and then I canceled again, and then I think I came back again, and I think I'm gonna have to cancel again.
Yeah.
It makes me feel.
I hate not having a subscription to the Washington Post, right? Like I have done for decades at this point. But the non-endorsement of Kamala was a deal breaker for me, and that's when I canceled. Julie, I'm curious what you think about the data out of that Virginia redistricting election. I don't know if you've had a chance to really dig into it, but it was a lot closer than I think people were thinking.
Yeah, the problem is that Democrats have been so conditioned to hate partisan gerrymandering, and we're told not to do it. And Virginia passed a law not to do it, right? So
it's in I think it's in our Constitution.
Yeah, right. So I think you guys have to pass a constitutional amendment. So I think the problem is that you have Democrats who understand that this is toxic. I mean, this is not the way to do this. I am a redistricting nerd. I have done redistricting in one form or another for since 2000. So I am since 99, actually, just when I first started. So I am one of those people who was paid to sit with maps and draw districts and just I'm your redistricting girl. And I will tell you, for those of us who know how to draw maps, you can really do a lot of damage, and it's wrong. And I say that as somebody who made a living, sometimes doing it, but it's wrong. And the problem is that we understand that it's wrong, and we understand where this can lead. And the reason that we have such extremist politics right now is that people are more concerned about primaries than they are concerned about generals, because we have now packed both Republicans and Democrats into such gerrymandered districts that you don't have to worry about a general election. You don't have to worry about compromise. All you have to worry about is being the most extreme person in order to get through your primary. And that's really, if you want to know the root of all evil, it's actually not Trump in Congress. It is partisan gerrymandered redistricting. Yep. So you're asking people to take that aside and put that aside. in order to fight fire with fire. That's the one thing I know from having done politics for so many years is it's very hard to ask people to do a jump. Like it's very hard to make people, people don't have time to sit around thinking about the long term. And so I think that's probably why it was closer than people thought. But
and also they spent a huge amount of money. I think I read it was over $100 million, and there was a certain level of confusion.
Yeah.
My daughter saw a gazillion ads about it from both sides, and she was like complaining. She was like, "Why is Obama on both sides of this?" Because she kept seeing Obama ads for no and Obama ads for yes. And I had to explain to her, it's like, yeah, Obama actually is against gerrymandering. Going back like a decade, he's been against gerrymandering. But, if you look at the Republican ads, they're not showing him recently talking about it because he had, like, recently he's been like, no, well, you have to do this because of Trump and what Republicans are doing, which is why he came out to endorse this particular gerrymandering thing because it needs to be done. So we had recent footage. Republicans had to run old stuff, and that was taken kind of out of context because if you listen to what he's talking about, he's talking about from years ago, which of course they don't want to admit. They want to say, "Oh no, Obama's against redistricting right now," and it's like that's not true. Well, but Republicans do what they do; they always lie. So,
in addition to what Julie was saying about like it's hard to get people to jump from one extreme to the other, I'm sure that those no ads that featured old Obama footage probably made a point or two worth of difference, right? So
right, and they knew that would work, and that's why they ran so many of them, and they had so much money poured into it. And Republicans are pissed off because they feel they should have started this earlier and put more effort into it, and they might have been able to squeak it out.
Yeah, but sucks to be them, and now you have a judge who's put a stop to it. I'm hoping the Virginia Supreme Court just does
I don't know. I mean, this is a constitutional amendment voted on by the people. I feel like the Virginia Supreme Court's how do they turn around and say, yeah, that's unconstitutional for the public to vote on a temporary constitutional amendment?
Who controls the court? Because if this were the U.S. Supreme Court, they would find a way. So
right.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I don't think it's tilted wildly to the Republicans. So I don't think that's going to be an issue.
Good.
We're going to do that weird thing because we're having a birthday party and introducing so many people. We're going to bring on Walter and Nick and just have briefly like a Brady Bunch thing on here so everyone can say hi to each other.
We can all look
and then
around.
Julie and Ogre, we will say thank you and goodbye.
Hey, there's my picture.
Walter!
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Walter Ryan and Nick Pero, and beautiful art from Walter's daughter. Look at that.
There you go.
Yay! With the eye smile for Lawrence. And Dana's
It's very
amazing.
Lawrence. It's very Lawrence. Good morning.
The way that you keep coming crashing out of it, Walter.
I know, that's amazing.
I emerged from, it's like I'm your son. I'm your son.
Walter and Nick and Ogre have met, but Nick and Walter, I'm not sure if you've met Julie before.
Hi,
Julie,
I've never met Julie
our
before.
buddies.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Julie, it's nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
I've seen your work. Yeah, you were amazing.
Thank you, and same back at you. I really appreciate that. This is so
thanks.
great, you guys, because this is like finally meeting people you read all the time and
Yeah, anytime you want to talk, we always like to talk.
Oh my gosh.
Walter and I have been on together, 4 days this week?
Yeah,
so far?
it's just ongoing. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's the best Substack bromance ever. Can we call it a bromance? I don't know.
Absolutely.
But I do have to shout Walter out because today is our 1 year birthday, our 1 year anniversary. Tomorrow is our 1 year anniversary of going live with Walter.
Yep.
Because Lawrence and I just dipped our toes. We just were like, hey guys, we're doing a live. And I knew Walter's name from Medium. We were both writers and Boost nominators over there. We still are, but we didn't know each other well or anything. And yet he just showed up he slid into my DMs, not to make this weird, but he was like, Dana, do you need any guests for your live? And I said, sure. Do you want to come on tomorrow? And it was a Friday. So we were like, we're doing this thing Fucked Up Friday. And he came on and we talked about how fucked up the news was. You were our very first guest, Walter.
That was the origin of Fucked Up Friday.
Oh, I love it. It's so fun. And it's been so lovely meeting all the people. I keep saying, that's been the silver lining in these awful years. It's like, oh, you guys have been so wonderful. You've all become lifetime friends. And it's just sort of like, as we're united in this common purpose. Always love seeing you. And it's just, it has felt in a weird way like
had
the best
committees
time.
of correspondence, and we've got all the people that we're meeting on Substack, right? Like when they write the history of this time, it's going to be like, oh, all these crazy people who love to talk.
The heroes of the revolution. Yes, it's us.
Yes, and Nick, I remember you first showing up very early on in our chats, and you had a different name. You didn't have your full name, but I can't remember your handle now. Do you remember? I'm sure you remember what it was.
It's just Nick at the beginning, I think.
Right.
And then
no, you had I want to say it was Nick something like.
I don't remember. I've tried to say my real name for the most part.
You came on very quickly with your full real name.
Yeah, I came in because I saw Melissa Corrigan was on with you
Yes.
guys, and that was my introduction. And then I found my tribe,
Yes.
and I haven't left since.
Well,
100%.
Ogre and Julie, thank you so much for joining us for the birthday party. It's such an honor to know both of you, and we're really, really grateful that you could be here with us today. So
Go grab a
we're going to talk to
canapé,
you a million
maybe
more
a
times.
cocktail.
And Julie, Walter and I will reach out. We'd love to have you on.
Yes, absolutely.
some
Ogre
sessions.
too. We need Ogre back. We've had talked to him.
Oh yeah, you too, Ogre.
I'm always available.
Oh,
Julie, Ogre, thank you so much.
Great
Julie, I think I see you tomorrow morning on the show, right?
Yes, and I got to do my own show now, which I'm a little late for, so I got to jet.
Oh my gosh, go, go, go.
All right,
Awesome.
guys, how's it going?
good. I wrote a poem for you guys.
Oh yes.
Poem.
All right.
Is there chanting in this one too?
There always that keeps people so they have to pay attention. I've learned how to do that.
God.
So should we do? And so the chant in this, your responsibility. Let's just do it. Whenever I say "love you," you guys have to go back and say "mean it."
Yes.
Right? So that's what's in here. All right. I'm just gonna
great call
do
and
it.
response. Okay.
So let me just try once. I'll go "love you."
Mean it.
Mean it.
Yeah. Okay. That's how it's gonna be. All right. Here we
You guys
go.
are so in sync up there. Like that was so on point.
Here it is. The inception of whatever. Dana and Lawrence stared out into the devastation. Sauron had just won the war, along with Hitler and Skeletor and Darth Vader and Megatron and the Purple Pie Man and the devil himself. They'd seized all the levers of control, but Dana and Lawrence squinted into the blinding sandstorm. They fashioned cool retro sunglasses out of chicken bones and ventured forth. Turning to one another, they said, "Love you."
Mean it.
Mean it.
Echoed the distant mountains. Fortified by their sincere affection, they declared, "Unto this wasteland we will bring a morning show. It shall be the greatest morning show the world has ever seen. We'll gobble up all the misery and lack of humanity and regurgitate some much-needed decency." And turning to one another, they said, "Love you."
Mean it.
Echoed the omniscient sky. The time has come to reject the era of competition. We will usher in a new era of cooperation, and will vanquish all the oppressors from the land. It will be the end of the gatekeepers. You can call us the motherfucking keymasters. We'll elevate every voice and let them know they have a right to make a stand. Turning to one another, they said, "Love you."
Mean it.
Echoed all the gathering fans. The show shall be called The Daily Whatever. Let evil and inhumanity and intolerance tremble. For though we don't have the funds, we have strength of purpose. We have integrity. And in a year, we'll have the numbers. And turning to one another, they said, "Love you."
Mean it.
And this time it was echoed by the whole damn world. Thus resolved, they marched on and made it so. Each day the echo grows ever louder still. Love you.
Mean
Mean
it.
it.
That's the end.
Walter. Oh my.
Walter, I love you, dude.
I have fun with these poems. I like getting everybody involved.
Oh my God, Walter. I'm speechless. That was. Please send that over because the Daily Whatever show needs to share that far and wide.
I had to throw in some Gen X stuff with. I was going for like Mad Max with the chicken bone like eyeglasses.
The Keymaster. I caught the.
Yeah,
There
and
is
then
no Dana, only Zool.
Well, the
Exactly.
purple-
You
the purple
got the
pie man.
perfect reference. People, yeah, there's no Dana, only Zool. I've heard that my whole life. From Ghost-
yeah.
We do that.
I had to put that
We
in.
do that at our house. That's one of our like family ticks. There is no mom, only Zool.
Nice.
Oh my God.
Oh, I have so much fun. So that's how I see you guys. It's easier to express myself in poetry.
Oh my God. My face hurts from smiling so much.
Me too. I was like blushing and turning hot because I was simultaneously embarrassed and kind of thrilled.
That's what I like. That's the effect I like to provoke in everyone. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'll even send this, Dana. I wrote this last night. Here's
Please
like
send
the
it.
handwritten. I was laying in bed and there's when I wrote it. I was like, before I went to sleep, I bet I gotta do something. So I'll send you that. That'll be kind of fun.
Amazing. That is amazing.
I absolutely love it. I know these visits are short, so I have to give a shout out about the allyship that all three of you gentlemen on this call have shown for women throughout all of this mess, but particularly recently. Nick, how long have you been, because I want to say your show started a few months ago, around positive masculinity and bringing men in who are actually demonstrating appropriate, wonderful masculine behavior and what that looks like. Can you talk about that a bit? Because I want to like shout it from the rooftops. It's so awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. So starting in January, and I don't know if I've given Lawrence enough credit or thanks for his support on this, was Lawrence, you helped give me the idea for starting the Intelligent Masculinity series. And I started in January, and I've been going since I started with 3 interviews a week for about 2 months, and now I'm going down to 1 a week because I'm starting a new position where I'm actually getting paid to help support somebody else here on Substack, which is super awesome, and in 2 ways. So I can talk about that too. I'd love to tell you guys I'm helping Lev Parnas out.
Oh my God, that's amazing!
That's amazing.
But I've been doing for all this time, I've been interviewing men all around. I'm trying to get Mark Ruffalo's attention right now to get him on.
Saw that.
I had Lawrence, I've had Walter, I've had Qasim Rashid. I've had so many guests. We're down to 1 a week now, just so that it's easier for my schedule to be able to do stuff. But we've come to the conclusion that intelligent masculinity is the refusal to outsource accountability onto others and the discipline to live with the consequences of your actions and values. And it's that simple. And it's really intelligent humaning and not intelligent masculinity. It's just better humaning and being a better person.
Yeah.
And like our water bottle says, is just suck less. Is just suck less. You can buy these on the Sick of This shop. There are QR codes on them, and they're really nice. We also have a Ices for Tea water bottle that is the same, and Ices for Tea t-shirts, which are pretty fun. So but yeah, that we've been doing that, and it's just been a lot of fun to get to talk to other men, we've expanded it to a couple women now who have come in and discussed, and it's been amazing to get those multiple points of views. And I'm a girl dad and a boy dad, so I have to learn and understand both and teach my kids not to be assholes as they grow up and be good human beings. I don't mind if they're assholes, but as long as they're good human beings, that's really what I'm aiming for. And how to protect themselves, but also how to protect those around them. And I want to instill in my kids good lessons, but other kids too. So Walter and I have been, and then I've been forming men's groups. Like Walter and I do a men's show every week called the Diogenes Club with Dr. Eric Lulov and Evan Fields. Walter and I do notes of the week each week with each other, where we have really good guests, and we're very positive about like how we frame things and changing the conversation. And instead of talking about degrading women in any way, we degrade ourselves when it's necessary. So we have the Smegalomaniac. We talk about men in male anatomy instead of female, because a pussy can take a pounding, but testicles can't. Right. And so I'd rather be called a pussy than a testicle any day. And so
print a t-shirt that says that.
There you go. There's your next idea, Nick.
And we read
poems. We're getting there. We're getting
we read
there.
poems to each other too.
And we read poems. Yeah.
So
It's not normal.
crazy.
It's not usual among men. It needs to be the new normal.
Right.
It should
Poetry
be
is
the
the new
new
normal. It's crazy how fast time goes. Nick, tell everyone where they can find your stuff, and then Walter, let's do the same for you, and then we're going to bring in our next round of guests and introduce you all to each other if you haven't already.
Awesome. Y'all can find me at sickofthis.substack.com, which is for Sick of This Shit publications, or you can find me at bannerandbackbone.com, which is the more civic side, and you can find me for community support and network resources at broadbanner.com, which is a community resource with a ton of links, has the courage candidates and things like that. So go get resources, go check people out, and it's got our network calendar on there. So thanks. And happy birthday, you guys. Thank you for inviting me on. I love you both.
Oh, we love you as well.
And of course, we couldn't do the show without you.
Yes. And Walter, where can people find you?
Yep, and happy birthday. It's always so great to see you guys. Time goes fast. I'm at I'd Rather Be Writing. I have another newsletter called Rise Together where I just answer comments, basically. Sometimes if you type in streetsofperu.com, it goes to my page, and sometimes it doesn't. I just forwarded that. Yeah, I forwarded. That was my old domain back when I lived in Peru. But yeah, love to see everybody. This has been so much fun.
Love it too. And we were supposed to do this all the time, but I do want to do a quick shout out again of we are having a subscription drive right now. It's 70% off subscriptions to the Daily Whatever Show, $24 for a full year, and that's the lifetime of the subscription. It will never go up. That's just $2 a month to keep our programming going. I put the link in the chat. This is the first time since the beginning I've done it, so I'm like, oh, I gotta jump in. This is the hardest part. We're bad at self-promotion, right? Sometimes, so want to make sure we get that in there.
Bring our guests on. Moment. We're going to bring in Ann P. Mitchell and Zev Shalev to say hi.
Hey.
Hi. The reigning champions, Walter Ryan and Nick Perro.
Wow. Hey, Nick. Gosh. Hey, Walter.
Hi, hey, Zev. It's good to see you.
Likewise.
It's good to meet you.
Have you all met Ann as well?
No, it's my first time.
Oh, my gosh.
A brilliant attorney, Ann P. Mitchell, none other.
The officially unofficial legal counsel of the Daily Whatever Show.
Right. We're all going to get attorneys soon, right?
Hey, Nick, I just wanted to say my first career was as one of the first fathers' rights attorneys. So I really applaud what you do. Yeah, I'm so glad to meet you.
I'd love to speak. I'd love to speak with you, have you on for one of our discussions for one of the Intelligent Masculinity shows.
I'm going to watch that show for sure. Like hearing Nick and Ann speak is going to be classic, amazing Substack for real.
Thanks.
I'd be happy to.
And you are one of those people who I'm like, everyone on this call and probably everyone in this chat needs to know who you are because the work you're doing is so important. And Zev, I mean, the 5-stack, you don't need any introductions. We actually started 5 minutes late because we needed to make sure you and Dean went live before we did because we were worried you wouldn't be able to go live because of the way Substack.
I'm really sorry about rescheduling the show.
No.
Dean's plate.
No.
I didn't want to.
30 minutes.
You all are just too huge that we were like, we cannot keep people from their 5-stack.
Right.
I hope that's true about the 5-stack. People love the show, so it's great that people check it out. But they love you guys just as much. I gotta say, you guys have got a tremendous following, and people really love you. You were on the show last week. You just, lit up. Everybody was so excited to have you on, and you just created a whole new vibe. It's so happy birthday!
Thank you. It was so fun to be on your show last week, and we have gotten so much feedback as well. Like people who were like, "We found you through Zev's show. It was such a great show. You all had such great chemistry together, and what an honor." Before we let Nick and Walter go, can we have a Brady Bunch moment where we all kind of look at each other? You know how they do that on the show, and they like point and smile. I mean, we need one more row to be official, so we let Alice.
All right, Nick and Walter, thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
We will talk to you again both very soon.
Love you, mean it. Thank you for that poem, Walter.
That was awesome.
You guys are having a blast today.
We are having.
I'm so excited that you get to meet Ann because Ann is doing a lot of work with the Epstein stuff and knows of a legal resource that's been set up to kind of dig into file work. And so the two of you meeting each other, I think, is a little bit of kismet because, and Dana orchestrated it. Just so we know what kismet really means. But there's definitely some like resource sharing, I think, that could happen here between the two of you because you're both so deeply involved in what's going on with the Epstein file stuff.
Yeah, actually, Zev, I would like to right here on camera invite you to access tests, which is only available to legislators, credentialed journalists, and attorneys. So, if we can do this offline, but
That'll be great.
I want to let you know.
That'll be awesome.
And
I've just been. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, can you say what TESS is for the folks listening?
TESS is a specialized search engine, and we have it stands for Taking Epstein Survivors Seriously. And we have a not confidential but private search engine with a database with all of the extant files that have been released, but also many other files and file sources. We have brought in the Panama Papers, the ICIJ, flight records, and TESS she connects them all so that you can build a narrative, and it's all sourced to the authenticated documents.
I have a very similar thing, but it's not obviously a little different. But I have a database of 200,000 documents of just my own notes and things I've collected over the years, also cross-referenced with those things. I wonder if we can cross-reference all of it together and see if we can just build a much bigger database.
It's possible. It's possible. Yeah, I think you have my contact information from the email. So please, let's connect.
Yeah, and we'll make sure that you've got each other's contact information. But Zev, why don't you take a moment I know there's probably nobody in the crowd who doesn't know you, but I'd love to have you kind of introduce yourself to the crowd, and then Anne will have you do the same.
I'm so terrible at this stuff because I just don't know how to do it because I'm just terrible at it. But my name is Zev Shalev. I'm a investigative journalist and a former television executive producer. I do this Substack called narrative.org, which has been around in different forms for 10 years. It's been a sort of a rolling investigation into the Trump administration as it started in 2016 and then has been going on all the way till now. And for 6 years, we've also been heavily focused on Epstein. But we do the news. We do 5-Stack every day with Dean Blundell. We do other special reports. We've got a great network of people on Substack that we're connected to, and we highlight their stories. But, I've been trying to figure out what's at the root of Trump and Epstein since December 2016. When I published my first story about the Russia House, which is what I, called the incoming White House, and it turned out to be quite prescient and true. So that's how it started, and we continue to do everything we can to expose the corruption and expose the foreign influence and the crime, the enormous amount of criming that's going on. And I'm mad as hell today about the Ghislaine Maxwell pardon initiative that's been going on and the immunity initiative. It's unbelievable how much effort is going into free her and how little effort is going into actually help the survivors.
Yeah, it's infuriating, everything that we're seeing going on today. And so your domain, the way people get to your Substack is narrative.org, right?
Yes. It's spelled weirdly though. It's NARATIV. So it's not the traditional spelling. So NARATIV.
And I want to give a shout out to Karen and to Yanni, our two amazing moderators. They'll be coming on in the final segment with the rest of our staff, but they are putting all the links in the chat for all of the guests. So because we're super grateful to have you here.
Wow, that's amazing.
Well, we have a ragtag group of volunteers
that we are incredibly grateful for.
That's great.
Who help keep things going. They'll be on in the final 15 minutes, but
amazing.
Yeah, it really.
And, tell folks about your work and, kind of as much or as little as you want to share about, what you're currently working on, what you formerly worked on.
Okay. Well, hi, I am an attorney and a law professor emeritus. And up until last January, I was basically just, I actually founded the email deliverability industry. And so I have a company that provides email reputation certification. And I was just sort of happily running that. And then last January, when everything happened, I started finding myself on social media, basically countering the misinformation, the sensationalist, alarmist, the sky is falling, and giving people, here's what actually went on in that lawsuit, et cetera. And it just grew from there. So I'm a huge believer in, I don't know if you've ever seen the Robots movie, which is a kid's movie, but I love it. And it has a tagline, see a need, fill a need. And that's what happened. I just ended up doing this, I founded my Substack is Notes from the Front, although that's not the address because I was very new at Substack, so didn't realize it would become that. But anyway, I started writing and I ended up with this. I have a following of almost 500,000 people now, not on Substack, but between threads. And I wasn't even trying. People were so hungry for that information and to have it explained in plain English, which I was so fortunate to have the background of being a professor and a lawyer. So that's what I'm doing. That's the long version. I'm sorry. Basically, I explain everything that's going on in the legal battle for the soul of our democracy.
Oh, it sounds great. You should definitely get connected. Yeah, that's amazing. Can't wait to have you on the show.
Yeah, you guys, I'm so happy this connection is being made because, Anne, you're the one I turn to when I'm like, what is going on with this? Like the other day I saw on Threads first that someone was like, oh, the SAVE Act has been shot down. And I saw some folks echoing it on Substack, but I couldn't find it in the news. All I could find was a freshly posted article from the Southern Poverty Law Center. And so I sent it to you, and you pretty quickly were like, this doesn't look real. And then you connected to, I can't remember who you connected to,
the
but you
Senate.
called.
I talked to the Senate parliamentarian directly.
That's who
and
it
I
was.
said, yeah, I mean, that's, you got to go to the source on this stuff.
Absolutely. That's the biggest rule. I'm so glad you did that.
Yeah.
I'm a big believer in that. I always go to the source material. I don't want to see anyone's secondhand interpretations or anything. I just like to, I will hunt it down until I can find the very original source.
So Zev, you may appreciate that the thing that's differentiates my Substack is I not only tell people whatever court ruling or whatever meant, but I include the source documents. And so a whole lot of people have said, wow, I never thought I'd enjoy reading legal documents so much. But that's exactly source material, and it's my soapbox. Social media accounts, especially the anonymous ones, they just put this stuff out. They don't have source material. They don't really know what they're even talking about, but they get people whipped up.
We've all had to become sort of, junior lawyers and trying to figuring out all the things that are happening right now. But I love reading through these things. I mean, I didn't know that I'd ever know what a 302 was, and now I know what a 302 is. I get really excited when I see one. So there's it's demystifying a lot of the legal process for me. This whole this legal framework that we've had to go through for the Epstein investigation in particular.
Yeah.
It's so true that, Zev, we've all kind of had to become like amateur lawyers and journalists and, researchers and debunkers. I'm curious. We talked about it a little bit earlier with Ogre and Julie Roginski, but the whole thing that's happening with the Virginia redistricting, right? And I mean, this is just a little tiny piece in microcosm of what's going on in American democracy right now. I'm curious what the two of you think about, the fact that Virginia did it, that it won, even though narrowly. Now, apparently, there's a Republican judge who's put it on hold. It's potentially going to go to the Supreme Court. I'd love to hear, the legal analysis from you, Ann, and Zev, sort of the strategic piece. So whoever wants to jump in first.
I actually will be very brief because I do not have a background in redistricting. See, I can't even say it. But what I do know is that this judge formerly put the same law on pause, and the Virginia Supreme Court overturned him. And so I fully expect the Virginia Supreme Court will also overturn this pause. Take it away, Zev.
I mean, I'm really struck by the latest opinion polls on Donald Trump. I mean, it doesn't even matter what happens in Virginia with this redistricting. I mean, he is tanking so seriously. I just saw the latest approval ratings for amongst women, which matters so much in these elections. It's always about suburban women. We get told this, every single time. 28% approval rating amongst women. Nixon fell out at 25%. That's always been considered the benchmark for when they realized Nixon had to go. It was 25%. We're seeing women right now at 3% above that. That is, we're in the zone where really it's Trump's end game is fast approaching. If he gets any closer to 25%, and he seems to be working really hard to get there, it's going to be really interesting. So I don't know if Virginia matters as much. I mean, it's good that it's bad that the judge is doing that. Good that the voters voted the way they did, and it serves the Republicans right for starting this ridiculous rigging exercise in the first place.
Right. You know what terrifies me right now is I am so worried that there's going to be a brave Republican who stands up against Trump and realizes that the way that he or she is going to save themselves in the midterms is by going full-throated anti-Trump, that they are going to basically lap the Democrats because Schumer and Jeffries are useless when it comes to messaging on this. Like, honestly, it's my biggest fear right now is that anti-Trumpism is going to become a right-wing thing, and they are going to end up.
They're going to own that messaging too.
Right, they're going to own that messaging and not us.
You know, can I jump in here? The thing that I really find fascinating here is I think that there is such a swing in the electorate here that if the right person comes around, and that right person might be, running for a Senate seat in Texas, this could be a presidential election. If we get enough Democratic seats and enough moderate Republicans in the House, we could see an impeachment of the entire regime, and we could also see a new Speaker of the House, which could land up being the President of the United States. Now, I know that requires a lot of hoops that we got to go through, but I do think that we are in that kind of inflection point where this is a presidential election. This isn't just a midterm.
I think you are totally right, and Dana, I think will back me up here, that several months ago I said, whoever is the next Speaker of the House of Representatives has a better than even chance of becoming President of the United States. Because if we can impeach Trump and J.D. Vance and get the Speaker, into the presidency, you want AOC to be president? Here's how we do it.
God, wouldn't that be amazing?
It would be. I think Tallarico down in Texas is, I'm saying him correctly? I think so.
Yeah, Tallarico, James Tallarico.
Yeah, I think he's got the potential to actually do this kind of thing because he has got that, if he successfully wins the seat, and it looks like he's going to do a really good job here, he's got a profile that is national, that is really remarkable. He's got 29 million in the bank just on the state race already. He's capturing that middle ground, which I think is so important, and whoever that Speaker of the House is going to be, that is going to try push through an impeachment process. I'm not saying that he would be the Speaker; he'll first be in the Senate, but he could be the person who lands up becoming the president through that process. But there is someone out there, I would hope, that is starting to think about the alliance between Democrats and moderate Republicans against Trump and against this regime, that they can force through an impeachment process into November.
Yeah, from your mouth to God's ear, right? Like I have been
100%.
Wondering for years now where that alliance is.
Right?
Yeah.
I have to say, I know we're getting close.
We have to do our Brady Bunch transition thing already, but go ahead, Dana.
I just want to say the chat is blowing up with praise for you guys and excitement about your collaboration. There's been a bunch of people being like, God, I want to see these two working together. And I'm like, yeah, that's great Cupid. People know great people. So I'm so happy this. Go ahead, Ann.
I was just saying, I connected my YouTube. I'm looking at comments, and all I'm seeing is Karen.
Oh, the way that StreamYard works is you only see YouTube and Facebook comments in StreamYard. You have to be on the Substack chat to see Substack comments. So Substack is reluctant. They're not even trying to integrate with any of the streamers.
I know it's a little annoying, isn't it?
It is so annoying.
Yeah. And we've had so many problems with Substack this week of all weeks.
Right.
Coordinating this when we were like, can you please tell us if you accepted the invite? Because Substack finally would only show me, not Lawrence, and 20 minutes before the show. I got I could see who had accepted the invite. It was maddening.
Isn't that ridiculous? That whole process drives me nuts. I just can't believe it.
It's I hate it so much.
Yeah. If they're coming on the show, why do they have to take it? Would you have to take a second step to accept the invite? Anyways,
right. Why can't you control who gets that invite? But
I know. Right. I think we also hit a. Yeah. I think we discovered that there is a cap that they didn't disclose to us because some of our guests, like Walter and Aiden later, they never got an invite. I think we have too many.
All right, we're going to do a Brady Bunch thing here. We're adding Marlon Weems and Libby Grant to the chat. Marlon, Libby, say hi to Zev and Ann.
Hi, Marlon.
Hi, can you hear me?
We can hear you, Marlon. Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Hello. Yes, I can. Yes,
I
can.
Good. Can you hear Lawrence too? Because sometimes Substack.
I hear everybody.
Oh, good.
Perfect.
Who knew there was a black
guy
in the
lost
in the
my
Brady
sound.
Bunch, huh?
Hey man, it's the modern recast.
This is the reboot. It's like Malcolm in the Middle, right?
Right.
Oh my God! Except it's
very
Marlon in the
good.
middle. Libby,
Can
did
I
you
s-
say you can't hear us?
Uh-oh,
Can you
Libby,
hear?
can you not hear?
Libby said something about not being able to hear.
sh-
There,
Oh, all right,
Substack
good.
does this too as people come and go. Sometimes the audio goes out, so hopefully she will pop back in. But Marlon,
Hey,
have you met Zev or Ann before?
I have not. I have met neither one of these people,
Oh my
and
God,
I've been.
y'all!
I mean, now I will say Zev. That just that name has sort of popped through my feed. So good to meet you, Zev.
It's good to meet you too,
Now
Marlon.
Ann is a new face for me though, and as
hi.
is Libby. Hi there.
Hi,
Hello,
Marlon.
Libby.
Nice to meet you. Can you guys hear me?
We can
We
hear
hear you
you.
loud and
Yes.
Okay,
clear.
good. As soon as we went Brady Bunch mode, I lost my sound completely, so I had to just
Oh, and
jump out and get it again.
it's a weird StreamYard glitch that we've been fighting. Substack and StreamYard, between the two of them, make us
Yeah.
crazy.
It's
But
Man,
cursed.
I am
Zev
so
and
glad to know that's not just me because,
It's all of
as you
us.
know, I'm using StreamYard, and it's
yeah,
kind of interesting. I heard what you were saying, about Substack not really being, not playing well with others, let's say.
no,
And I got an email from Substack a couple of weeks ago asking me why I stopped using their native, platform for my streaming, and they want to
I know quite
they
a few
want to know
people.
just sort of what are you doing, dude? Why aren't you using us? And
Yeah, no,
so
I know
this
people
is
they've
why.
reached out to that they're asking like, why aren't you using our native tools? And it's like, because they suck, man.
Yeah.
Because they're so bad.
Yeah, they do.
Hey,
Oh my gosh!
Zev and
I
we're
need to
gonna,
say, I
yeah,
just need to say, everyone should be subscribing. Take advantage of the sale. I just subscribed, so join me.
To
thank
the
you,
Daily
Anne.
Whatever
That's very
Show.
sweet of
Yes.
you.
All
And
right.
thank you. Thank you for that. I will put the link in the chat again because I keep forgetting.
And
But $24 for the year. You can support the Daily Whatever Show for just $2 per month.
Oh, that's great.
Thank you. But just this week, it's for our first birthday because we want to make it accessible and we want to be here to keep growing for years 2 and year 3 and beyond. So, Anne, thank you for your support. That's so
thank
kind
you,
of
Anne.
you.
Absolutely. You guys
And
And
deserve it.
I see
Thank you.
great collaboration here in the future between all of you. So, Zev and Ann, if you don't know, Marlon is an incredibly talented market analyst and money manager.
Oh,
Knows,
amazing.
when it comes to economic stuff, Marlon's your guy. And
Be sure
Libby
to
is a
put
best-selling
Homer in
author
front of
whose
that,
newest
though.
book is out soon. So,
Oh, that's
yeah,
amazing. I've
if
actually
you read,
pressed the subscribe button at the top of this Substack thing right now because I got all of you subscribed right away, which is amazing.
right,
So everyone who's watching
it's
should be doing
amazing. Like
exactly
you press
that
the
as well.
subscribe button and you're subscribing to 18 or 19 amazing
Yeah.
Substacks all at once.
Yeah,
Yay.
that
amazing.
is true. And Libby Grant also writes under the pen name of Olivia Hawker. And I think most of your best-selling books are under that name. Isn't that correct, Libby?
Yes. Yeah. That's been my most successful pen name so far.
Yes. So
Well, what are they
the Daily,
about?
yes.
Historical fiction.
Okay. Oh, I
So
love that. Okay.
yeah, and the one I have coming out later this year under my own name is science fiction. It's my first science fiction novel,
Ooh.
so
Ooh,
I'm very
woo,
excited about
woo.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So, Libby, you're a little bit of an outlier today in that most of our guests for this show have been more on the political side of the house. But the Daily Whatever Show, we're political, we're cultural, we're also kind of the creatives, right? The people who are doing the work that they are passionate about and succeeding in the world. And you are a best-selling author. Like, that's
True, and I will
remarkable.
say, just to make me not quite an odd man out here, I do put subtle political themes into all of my fiction. Maybe not so subtle because one time I pissed off a nest of MAGAs and they were making death threats against me on One American
A
News Network
nest of
forum.
MAGAs.
Yeah.
Is that
Right.
anything like
It's honestly the
is that
best way
anything
of,
like a murder of crows?
yeah, there you go.
They certainly had murder on their mind, so that was exciting.
Zev
A
and
nest
thank you
of MAGAs.
both.
I think we should use that. That's
Yeah,
good.
A nest
You
of
that should
maggots.
be the
Yeah.
new way that we
No,
refer
what
to
you
them for
call a
sure.
group of Trump supporters, a nest of MAGAs.
Yes, it's what you get when you have the authors on the show, man. The right words.
Yeah.
Anne and Zev, it has been so wonderful having you on. Thank you for your work. Thank you for your support of the Daily Whatever Show. And we will be in touch very soon.
Yes.
Thank you guys, and happy
love
birthday.
Thank you for
We're
having
so
me.
thrilled that we got to meet you
Good
both through
meeting
this.
you
So thank you
both,
for being here.
Ann
We'll
and
talk to you
Zen.
Nice
soon.
to meet you, Marlon
You
and
too,
Libby.
Marlon and Libby.
You
We'll be in touch,
too.
hopefully.
Okay, play us
Dan,
off.
definitely going to get in
Bye-bye.
touch with you right after this.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
All the Brady Bunch looking
Yeah.
around at the squares.
Hello,
And
you two.
hello. I
Hi.
will say, similar to Zev and Ann, Libby and Marlon, you two have never met, but this was an intentional matchmaking of
Well,
sorts.
thank you.
First of all,
Okay.
because you both have wonderful wit and are brilliant, and I think you're going to get along smashingly. But also because I know Marlon, in addition to being a brilliant finance guy, also has a memoir in the works and is very passionate about writing. We are all writers here
Awesome.
on Substack, but there are the folks out there who also have kind of more literary aspirations. And so I thought this would be a good meeting of the minds.
Oh yeah. Well,
I'm going to
great
go grab a
meet you,
drink now.
Marlon.
You two take it away.
Well, let's do
I'm so
this.
glad you did this because when I saw, I was totally unfamiliar with Libby. So when I saw the matchup, I knew exactly what you were doing.
Yes.
I knew exactly what you were doing, Dana.
This is why I
So,
keep saying Dana is like a natural hostess, right? Like this is not a thing that I would have thought
Yeah.
to do. But I joked at the beginning of the show. She was like, "What should we do for our first birthday?" And I was like, "Nothing. We're too busy. We shouldn't do anything." She
Right.
was like, "No, we're having a party."
We are having as close to a cocktail hour as we're able to do virtually. And I love connecting people. And it's reminding me of a joke that Lawrence will know who I'm referencing. One of my other best friends, Liz, who I founded my music website with back in the day. This was a quip that Liz made years ago when I was kind of newly single after my marriage failed, that she was like, "Dana, I know you married for love this for the first time around. The second time, I really think you should marry for money so that you can throw the most fabulous parties all the time and that could become your full-time job." And I was like, "Oh, Liz, yeah, I wish I could do that." That's not me. Not that I've really had the opportunity, but it's a funny thought that just popped in my head from all those years ago when you said that, Lawrence, of like, I wish my full-time job were, well, exactly this.
Right. Throwing parties where amazing people get to meet other amazing people. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be
Speaking
great?
of amazing people,
I know, right?
I would love for each of you to introduce yourselves to the audience. So, Ann, do you want to just kind of quickly sort of, who are you, where are you, what are you doing, that kind of thing? So, where can people find you on Substack and all that jazz?
Yeah, did you mean Libby?
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
Libby.
I think
Did I say Ann?
you did say yeah.
No worries. I was like, I'm gonna guess that you're referring to the woman guest here.
The other day I kept confusing the names Christina and Katrina, and
Oh
so
boy.
Our poor guest Katrina was such a good sport about
she
it.
was such a good sport about it, and I'm just like, am I supposed to be in a Prevagen commercial or something? Like, I knew when I started mixing up names that I needed to do something for my brain. That's why I take coffee, so much
Yes.
coffee.
No kidding. Well, my name is Libby
Cheers.
Grant, as Dana mentioned earlier. Cheers. I also write under the pen name Olivia Hawker, and I've done a lot of ghostwriting as well and like write for hire stuff. So I've written under a lot of names that other people don't know about too. But I am a full-time fiction author, and I'm working on my 47th book right now. So a lot of experience in there, and I've done it all. I've done every aspect of publishing you can imagine. I have been a successful self-publisher. I've worked with the big 5 presses. I've worked with small presses and sort of independent boutique presses that are on the larger side. So I've done everything. It's crazy. The one thing I can't seem to get to take off is Substack. So we've commiserated about this on a previous appearance on the Daily Whatever show. But yeah, that's me in a nutshell. I am best known for my historical fiction, which I write as Olivia Hawker, and also doing a lot of science fiction lately. So
Yeah, and
that's it.
I'm in love with the concept of the book that you've got coming out later this
thank
year.
you.
You told us about it on your last appearance on the show, and I cannot wait to read it. So,
oh, thank you. Well, I'll make sure you get a copy when it's out. And yeah, for those who didn't join us for our last show, it's called The Ended World, and it is basically what happens when an artificial intelligence gains sentience and how that disrupts a couple of other characters' concepts of spirituality. So it was very fascinating to write. It was a wild process. I put up an article on my Substack that's called something like the true story of the ended world's origin. So you can go and read about the completely bizarre circumstance that led to me writing this book. It's quite a tale. So
it's fascinating. I read that and my jaw was kind of on the ground. I'm very excited.
I'm still not over it.
Oh my gosh.
Marlon, I know that most of the folks in the crowd here have met you before, probably on our show and elsewhere, but introduce yourself for those of you who might not know you.
Well, I am Marlon Weems. I publish the Journeyman newsletter here on Substack. And before that, I guess sort of what everybody on here knows me for is the fact that I previously was in finance and spent about 30 years. I'm from Arkansas originally. That's where I started. At I guess about 15 years in or 10 years in, I started my own investment firm, which at the time was the first Black-owned investment bank in Arkansas. And so from there, just sort of stumbled my way into Wall Street, which actually is, you mentioned, I'm working on a memoir, and I tell people I'm the Black George R.R. Martin. I started it like, 4 or 5 years ago. And, I mean, look, folks, we all know, those of us that sort of do this full time, it's write a few paragraphs and then, oh, wait a minute, I got to put something on Substack, got to do a live stream. And so life gets in the way, but it's been a fun process. And I guess, it's kind of humbling to be alongside somebody with like, tens of books that they have actually published. So thanks, Dana.
Of course.
Is that you kind of saying, get with it, Marlon? Come on.
Go finish that memoir.
You, Marlon.
Go finish that damn book, dude.
You're leaving out the most important part, which is that your daughter, Hallie Claire, was on the show a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And she is one of the most genuinely talented artists I've ever seen. Her work is stunning.
She's good. Yeah. It's one of those things where, it's one of those things where, parents say, hey, my kid can draw. And people expect like a cute little something. And then you show it to them and they're like, oh. I didn't know you meant like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Marlon, we share that. My children are also artists. And when I'm like, no, my kids do art. And I'm like, no, really, my kids do art.
Yeah. And I mean, people just aren't really ready. And it's one of those things where, you try to raise your kids right. I've got a left brain kid and a right brain kid. Her brother is on a full scholarship at NC State, computer engineering, which is amazing. Like the total opposite. But anyway, so, we just try to stay out of their way and let them do what they do. And we've been very fortunate.
So,
but anyway, Substack wise, I have had a little bit better luck than most people in terms of, sort of growing my platform. I mean, it's not huge, it's not like, cable news refugee huge, right?
Right.
But I'm sorry, Libby. I almost got you.
I know.
Timing there.
I know that we have. I have to first of all, Lauren, say we've done a really good job with timekeeping. Because people were like,
and
"You're never going to be. Yeah. You're never going to be able to bring all these people on." I'm going to indulge us.
We can actually bring all of them. I was thinking I'd bring everybody on. So Marlon and Libby, you are welcome to stay for the last 15 minutes. But we've got 5 other people to bring. So we are going to do a true Brady Bunch.
You have room?
Yeah, we will. And here's something I want you guys to do, like maybe as we're bringing people on or right before, is I feel like Libby should give like really quick advice to Marlon on writing a book, and Marlon should give advice to Libby on growing a Substack.
Oh, please.
Wouldn't that be a good, and we can all benefit from this advice. So Marlon, if you want to go first with your Substack advice for Libby.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I'm actually writing something about this because for me, I started on Substack in like I mean, almost 6 years ago. I think maybe it's been 6 years ago. So it was at that time, it was literally just sending emails to people, none of this existed. And for me, notes was the difference maker.
Yes.
Because what I did was, I guess notes came along right about the time that Elon Musk was ruining Twitter. And I had a decent following on Twitter, like, I don't know, 12 or 13,000 people, something like that. But I never could get the conversion of getting the Twitter followers to subscribe to my newsletter. And so notes made the difference for me. What I did was just scrap Twitter and just started using notes like Twitter.
Yeah, notes is definitely the thing. All right, I'm so sorry, but we've got like 10 minutes left.
Libby, you can talk while we're bringing the folks in.
Okay, so Marlon, my advice to you
Marie
for writing a book.
I want to meet you, Marlon. I love you. And I love Libby. In fact, Libby and I are going to do a show together, aren't we, Libby?
Yes.
May 1st. So, Marlon.
All right, I knew this was going to happen.
Will you do a show
I'm
with
just
me
bringing
sometime,
everybody.
Marlon?
Sure.
Karen Marie Shelton, our amazing moderator extraordinaire. Thank you so much. Now I'm going to bring on Yanni Hamburger, our other moderator extraordinaire. Yanni,
you look fabulous in your.
You look fabulous.
Yes, I love it. And wait, Yanni's beautiful love, Oceana Teffenhart. Oceana, welcome.
Oh, there she is.
Greetings.
All right, and we've got my amazing co-host for Not Straightforward on Mondays, Aiden Wharton.
Hello. Oh my God, we're almost Brady Bunched.
We're almost Brady Bunch.
I forgot my mate up.
Oh, wow. That's right. And Jason Odell,
Hi.
our music archivist.
Hi, everybody. It didn't make a 9-pack. I was kind of hoping we'd get the 9-pack, but can we have a Brady Bunch moment? Can we all look around at each other? Okay, and let's do this one because we're going to definitely have to use this for the hero image when we post the article. Like, everybody, like, jazz hands or make a crazy face for a minute. Perfect.
Nice. I got a screen capture of that.
Awesome.
Okay,
Awesome.
I gotta give Marlon my advice.
Please.
Here it comes.
Okay, everybody be quiet.
Just write crap. It's fine. Like don't try to don't get in your own head about it, and don't try to make it good.
That should be really easy for me, Libby.
Right,
I think I got it.
Good.
Just write crap.
That's where people typically get hung up. Like
Got it. Just write the word crap.
Crap.
Okay.
You know what though? There's really, I mean, all BS aside, I spend a lot of time just, going back and going, oh, wait a minute, I didn't say that right. Or
exactly.
And I will take that to heart. I really will.
And that's such a common experience when people set out to write a book, because it's a huge undertaking and you want it to be really good. So you spend a lot of time just trying to refine every little sentence, but then it takes years and years and years to get through it, right? So you just have to blast through it, get rough ideas down on the page, and then you go back later and refine it and make it say what you actually want it to say. But you can't edit what's not there. So just pile all your thoughts onto the page and worry about fixing it later.
Yeah.
Got it.
I like to translate that to write drunk, edit sober. My favorite mug. I'm not using it today, but when you write, you're uninhibited.
I like your advice much better, Dana.
Oh no, we lost Karen.
Thank you.
Yay!
But,
Karen's back.
She's back.
My personal version of write drunk, edit sober is think high, write sober. So
beautiful.
I go down to the graveyard down the street from me and smoke a bunch of weed and take notes, and then the next day I write sober from the notes I took the day before.
Right. Marlon, there's the true advice.
Okay.
You're hearing
a woman of culture.
You're going to look up, next Monday, I'm going to have this damn thing finished. What'd you do, Marlon? I just hung out at the park smoking weed and just banged it out.
I'll bring cookies. We're going to need some snacks.
Yeah, you're going to need some cookies. I feel like we should have everybody. We're so grateful to all of you. This year has been incredible for both of us, and it's because of all of you. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts. I'd love to just give everybody a minute to introduce yourself and tell people where they can find you on Substack. Yeah. We should probably designate an order. Karen
I know we
is having
probably should.
connectivity issues. Yanni, tell us who you are and where people can find you.
So I'm Yanni Hamburger, a horror content creator / splatterpunk author as well. You can find me over at the Macabre Tavern and Halves of Bast sometimes, and wherever Oceana tells me to go.
Ooh, that's a good segue into Oceana. Oceana and Yanni, for those who don't know, have some news to share. Oceana, do you want to tell the crowd?
Go ahead.
I'm turning very red now, ain't I?
A little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna be moving in together soon, and
yay!
As soon as the divorce papers dry on my last marriage, we're getting married.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing, you guys! Congratulations!
Congratulations! It's a Substack love affair, you guys.
Mm-hmm. So a
your
little bit
sound is
about
cutting
me.
out.
I'm a. Sorry, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay.
Jersey Shore.
So about me, I am a adult. Yeah, I'm an adult content creator turned feminist. Well, feminist writer turned adult content creator who also does stuff about economics, politics, as well as spirituality stuff. And I just want to say to everyone here, there are at least 4 guests on this party that they will not at a certain point in the past year.
Oh no, Oceana! It's like that scene in a movie where, you know, the most important message is coming through, and then it drops. And like we all are hanging on the edge of our seats. Like, what are you cut out?
Yanni,
Okay, what I was saying is that there's at least 4 guests on here who, if you guys were not part of my life in the past year, I'd be 6 feet under right now. I fucking adore you guys.
Oh, Oceana. That's
like
same girl.
You don't understand. Like, if you're watching this, please support my friends because they are the best human beings on the planet.
Oh, Oceana, that's so sweet of you to say. Thank you. Your audio is cutting out a little, but we're getting the message. And Jason, I like how you're sending up the hearts.
I stopped for some pizza.
Oh, that looks really good. I have not had breakfast yet, and that looks delicious.
That looks really good right now.
Oceana and Karen and I host the Crone Cocktail Hour once a month for the new moon in the evenings, and we talk about what's happening astrologically. Mostly Karen does because she's brilliant about the stars, and we set our intentions for the new year. And it has been kind of magical for me. Whatever I have set my intentions on has kind of happened. So you all should join us for our witchy woo hour every month. It's quite fun. And speaking of which, I was going to say Karen's back on screen, but Karen, we keep losing you.
She's having really terrible connectivity issues.
I'm going to brag on Karen. May I brag on Karen? And hopefully she can come back on and speak. Karen Marie Shelton has never missed a Daily Whatever show. She was here for the very first one. She has been here every single day with us. And at the end of last year, she wrote and was like, how can I help you guys? I want to be part of this in a bigger way. And since then, for 2026, she has been the most amazing moderator in the Substack chat. And then shortly after, Yanni came on as moderator for our YouTube chat. You all, you make everyone here feel so welcome. And that's so important to us because it used to just be Lawrence and I doing it. And the chats have gotten so big. And our guests have gotten so we've had so many different ones that Karen does the research and brings in links, and Yanni is sharing all of those links as well. We appreciate you all being part of our community so much, and you're both amazing creators in your own right. So I really hope Karen can come back on and speak for herself, but I had to put that out there and say, Karen, we love you. Thank you for all of your support and all of your hard work. And I want to make sure we talk about Aiden and Jason as well.
Absolutely. Aiden, take it away.
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Aiden Wharton. I co-host the Not Straightforward show with Lawrence on Monday mornings. So come catch us there. And separately, I write Gay Buffet on Substack, which is a gay culture and sort of gay sex column. And I'm the host of the podcast Getting Close, which is all about reviving connection in our digitally isolated era.
Yes. And Aiden is an amazing co-host. I'm really, really grateful to you, Aiden, for
So
jumping kind of off that cliff with me, and we're figuring out how to fly. It is.
I think
super
we're flying
fun.
well.
You are flying super well.
Yeah. All right. I think we've got Karen this time. Is it working?
Oh my God, Jason, look what you have going on behind you too.
Orange.
That was amazing. Oh, we still don't have Karen. This is very sad. But
this is so frustrating. Oh,
I do.
All
There
right.
we go, Libby. Nailed
Jason,
it.
take it away.
Hey guys, I'm just so thrilled to be here. I'm glad you found a little time to throw me in the show. When I first found you guys, which was like last summer, I was like, oh my God, this is like the best thing. And this is now my morning routine. I have my coffee and daily whatever show. And so, and then you started asking every guest about, what is the most Gen X song of all time?
We ask every guest.
Right, every guest. And I started thinking to myself, I'm like, is there a record of this? There really needs to be a record of this, because this would be the most epic playlist ever constructed. And so a few months ago, I was like, all right, I'm going to I don't know what I was thinking. And I started going through the transcripts of the old shows, because there was no way to automate this. I couldn't play through the whole thing. I was going through the transcripts and trying to search out who made this one. And I started building a list, which is in a shared note that I've got now. And I'm going to put it in a Google Doc so that
We'll make sure that
Dana
everyone
can have it too. But I started building it on Spotify, and then I have Apple Music, so I made that as well. And I know Yanni's been doing the YouTube version.
YouTube side,
And I don't know if you can see Lawrence on the backstage, but I shared the window of the Spotify window that actually has the playlist. There it is.
Oh, nice.
So here it is, and it's got 46 songs. We should have 44 songs, about 80 or 88 songs.
80 songs about 44 women.
Yeah, right. So it's there. It's something like it's like 2 hours and 45 minutes worth of music, and
Is this on Spotify?
It's on Spotify. There's a link. I can send out a link to it. Actually, I can put. Yeah, there's a link to it that I can send out. I'll send it to you, Marlon.
We'll post it.
Yeah,
too.
and I just say that I put Marlon on the TV, on the Apple TV, because I just love hearing what he's got to say with his guests. Just fills the living room. I can't join the chat from that, but like,
how do you do that?
There's a Spotify app for Apple TV.
Yeah,
and you just have to log in.
Substack.
Excuse me, a Substack app. Substack app. Yeah, I've crossed the streams. Sorry. And so yeah,
how to do that.
You can. So I put it on the living room. I put it on the living room television. I had you on Oceana last night too. I was watching you guys. Now you can't. It'll say you joined, but you can't be in the chat. So usually I'll like log in my phone or something. So if I want to type in on the chat, but I've been watching all y'all on the TV screen.
That's
incredible.
Love it.
You guys,
parts.
We are 2 minutes past noon, and I really want to honor everyone's time. And unfortunately, we got to wrap. But Dana, close us out.
Oh my gosh!
Give the big speech. Give the toast.
Oh my gosh! Well, I'm going to toast you all with my morning tea in my original whatever mug. We really need to rebrand these, Lawrence. Thank you all for a wonderful first year. I even a wordsmith like me lacks the words to express like the gratitude and just still the profound delight and surprise that we have built this wonderful community here on Substack, and that we get to start our days with all of you. It is a highlight of my life, and that is not an exaggeration. Lawrence, I'm so grateful for our enduring friendship, 47 years and counting. And I'm so thrilled that we get to share it with the world here. That's all I've got. That's my quick goodbye.
I love it. All right, let's get a love you mean it for everybody.
Love you. Mean it.
All right, thanks everybody. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.